will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. He's good.
Hello, this is Dave Kirilloff with Baseball19.com and LanguageOfHitting.com. After the experiences we've had with our son's past year and the blessings of Jesus Christ and his hand on him from the draft and his first minor league season, I saw the need of other players that have asked me to, can you sort of train me the way you train your son and such a diligent effort you put into him and the schematics of the drills that you use with Alex. Can you do it with us? Can you do it with me? So we developed this camp, going to be starting on Wednesdays. It's an advanced hitting camp. I'm only taking 6 players, and the ages will vary. The ages vary for the camp because we can accommodate 2 groups, a younger group and an older group. And the camp is really designed for players who have an ambition of really taking their game and their hitting to another level, where they want to train more with curveballs. They want to train more with like tougher situations for live batting practice. When you face a pitcher that throws from different arm slots and different deliveries and different tempos, and they want to be challenged in the batting cage with higher velocities of fastballs that gets their brain accommodating to that speed. So the style of hitting we'll be teaching the players is very innovative, and it's featured on our national website, the LanguageOfHitting.com. I was blessed to learn and to teach my son the principles of timing that spin around this main element, and it's the pitcher's common denominator. He was blessed to learn how to time his vision to the pitcher's common denominator, how to time his adrenaline to the pitcher's common denominator, how to get his hitting model in sync and his own athletic disposition, his hitting tempo, all in sync with the pitcher's common denominator. There are 3 main stations that hitters will experience from this advanced hitting camp. Number 1 is curveballs, both left-handed and right-handed curveball. We're blessed to have a Hack Attack, a 3-wheel machine that's probably one of the best in the business for this type of setting, and to deliver that kind of composition of curveballs. And we also impart the innovative hitting approach we have to hitting the curveball. So it's not just about repetition, but it's about quality repetition. Our brain and our eyes need to be more familiar with seeing curveballs and how we respond to curveballs, rather than seeing a curveball in a game and sometimes we get locked up. Well, if we have experience with seeing curveballs with left-handed side, right-handed side pitchers, then we can become more acquainted with how we will respond. It gives our brain history with seeing curveballs. The next area our hitters move to is live batting practice. And it's important for batters to see as much as live batting practice as possible, and preferably from a full windup from a pitcher, because the brain needs to accommodate the composition of a pitcher's delivery. And we challenge the hitters. We throw from deliveries that are from different arm slots and from different pitching tempos, and we try to make it difficult. So sometimes it's not just a common traditional delivery they're going to see in the game. So we want to present this different scenarios to the batter. The other thing we do with our batters was we practice pitching inside to the dominant eye, and we also practice pitching against their dominant eye, their area of weakness and vulnerability. So it's a very powerful and useful station to prepare our players for a higher level of the game. The last station our hitters are challenged with is the batting cages with the iron mics. And we set the machines at high rates of speeds, and we divide the camp into 2 sections, the younger group and the older group. But they're both challenged, and they're going to use the hitting techniques. It's going to make it easier to handle higher rates of speeds and higher rates of velocity speeds. The technique is to really teach the batter how to have control of his body, control of his bat, and to slow the moment down. You know, a lot of people talk about that in sports psychology, tries to get us to have the slow the heart rate down, and that's good. It helps out a little bit, but the true essence is what we're really dealing with is controlling your adrenaline and controlling your vision at that moment, especially on high rates of speeds. We use the Iron Mike versus using the 3-watt Hack Attack machine because my experience with Hack Attack machines at high rates of speeds, it has this illusion and this effect that the ball is rising. It creates more unrealistic underspin from the ball. The Iron Mike is more, I believe it's more traditional backspin of the ball, closer to what a live pitcher can produce. So that's why we'd like to use the Iron Mikes versus the Hack Attacks. So again, a quick overview. Our hitters are challenged with batting stations that are put them in positions of difficulty, to train their bodies to be sensitive to curveballs, to live pitching, and higher rates of velocity speeds from the machine. In the end, the goal is to create a higher level of hitter. Our players, as we already know, are going to play this game for so long. Their clock is ticking against them. Let's do things that's going to help make them better players while they're still young. Lord bless you.